welcome to the Fantasy Backpack, where we carry people to championships. So, waiver wire. I don't really like the waiver wire this week, and I say that because I'm assuming you already got Traquan Smith and Cortland Sutton on your team, because I've been telling you that for like 2-3 weeks. So I'm assuming you already got those players, so the waiver wire is just okay to me. But let's say you didn't or don't. We're going to proceed, try to fill in the blanks there for you. So, starting at quarterbacks, and I don't like trading for quarterbacks. I'd rather you just pick up a quarterback. So, if they're on waivers, you can basically get a quarterback to do anything, so long as it's not like Josh Rosen or Beathard. The other guys average out and giving you what you need anyway. So, but I know a lot of people are going to be on Fitzpatrick. Don't do it. Don't do it. They play Carolina this week, and I can see Fitzpatrick throwing 2 interceptions in the first quarter and getting benched. It's just the matchup just isn't there for him. It just isn't right for him. So I wouldn't suggest you doing it. If you need a quarterback, I would go after Flacco or Prescott. Prescott's been awesome in terms of his ability to running, and who knows what they're going to be able to do with his new toy in Cooper. And Flacco's matchups for the next 3 weeks is just golden. So those are the quarterbacks I would go after. Quarterbacks are quarterbacks. You can get one. Most leagues you can get one, unless in 12 and 14 team leagues you have teams hoarding 2 and 3 on their team. I don't know why people do that, but sometimes there are. But those are the 2 guys I would go after, not Fitzpatrick. And if someone drops Winston, I would pick him up and stash him on my bench. Just because, Fitzpatrick is what he is. He's had a nice little season, sure. But he is what he is. So I would still pick up Winston. He might still end the season as the quarterback. If you already got quarterbacks that have been on their buys, I would pick up Winston just to stash him if someone drops him. Let's go to wide receivers. Okay. Let's do wide receivers first. Assuming you didn't listen or you weren't able to get Cortland Sutton or Traquan Smith, since Cortland Sutton is now going to have a big-ass role in the Denver's offense because they traded Demaryius Thomas to Houston. I don't know why Houston would do that deal. Demaryius Thomas doesn't match what they need and or want in terms of a wide receiver. I thought they would go after Deshaun Jackson, but whatever, giving up a 4th. Hey, that's neither here nor there. Traquan Smith, I think this week is where you start seeing his elevation of play. I said they wouldn't start until about week 10. I think this week is where you start seeing the elevation in his play. So, if you didn't get those 2, I think the next guys on the list, I think DJ Moore from Carolina, even though I don't really like Carolina wide receivers, because I don't think Cam could support 2, but Cam's been doing such a good job in terms of the new Nerve Turner offense. I see this as being, especially this week that they play Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay cannot cover a slot wide receiver for their life. You saw what Boyd did. So this week, DJ Moore, just a beautiful pickup to use this week. I don't know about going forward. I really am not a fan of his going forward. But he saw 65% of the snaps this week. So if that continues, and they use him all ways, think of him as like a utility knife type player. They use him in different ways, so he's on the field a lot because they're trying to confuse people as to what they're trying to do. So he would be my number 1 ad for wide receiver. My number 2 ad would be Kiki QT. Now, he would be number 1 if I knew he was healthy. If he was healthy, I would still add him as my number 1 wide receiver because don't be fooled by that Miami game. That Houston offensive line is still garbage. So Watson's going to have to throw the ball way quicker than he wants to. He had the luxury last game of just sitting back there because Miami was terrible. But don't be fooled by that. Their offensive line is still terrible. So Kiki QT is still going to be the guy that takes over the quick routes because they're going to have to throw a lot of those. And they like using him in different spots as well. Demaryius they're going to incorporate in, sure. But I don't know what role he fits in because if their offensive line is still terrible, you need Kiki QT. Kiki QT made Will Fuller irrelevant when he started playing because they had to pass the ball so quickly. And Demaryius comes, I don't see the difference really. I don't know. I don't know, but I still would add Kiki QT because I see him still maintaining his same role and snap count and targets. Now running back is a little tricky this week. Running back, you have to basically take what's there, but what's there is not necessarily what you want. And I'm trying to get people to win the next 2 weeks because you might need it if you're 3-5 or something. So one surprising running back is Doug Martin. Doug Martin looked really, really, really good. His jump cuts and his ability to hit the hole looked like he wasn't as atrocious as we thought he was in Tampa Bay. Maybe his demons and his addictions and just Tampa Bay in itself was his problem. So now that he's in Oakland, even though they're a terrible, terrible team, he performed. His performance may catch up to what his actual ability is, being away from Tampa Bay. But their offense, their defense, and all that is so bad that the game script for him may not always be there. That's why Jalen Richard is a nice add. He was added mostly last week, but Doug Martin surprised me here. Now the best running backs I like this week are Josh Adams and Elijah McGuire. Josh Adams had 9 carries for 65 yards against the Jaguars for Philadelphia. Now Corey Clement, I think he's still injured because Corey Clement was really good last year, and what he's doing or not doing this year is shocking. So I think he's just still injured. Now, I didn't really want anyone from Philly's backfield until I saw Josh Adams run, and I was like, oh, that looks like something that could be a thing. And then Sproles coming back. But he looks like they like having a mainstay, a guy who carries it 12, 13 times. So he might actually look like to be that guy and be the goal line guy. So in that offense, you want that guy. Now, Elijah McGuire was on IR this entire season and is eligible to return this week. With Powell going out, they only had Crowell and I forgot the guy's name. It's slipping me right now. But whoever that guy is, he's going to now fade away. And Elijah McGuire, who looked really good last year, looked like he was a running back, whether we're going to try to figure out if he was really good or if he was just held back by this 3-headed monster they had in New York with the Jets. 3-headed monster meaning the negative, not the positive, like they could destroy. But him coming back, he's going to now take the Powell role in this offense. So you're talking about third down and the catching back role. So that I would want in a team that likes to check down and a team that likes to slow play a little bit and looks to break runs with Crowell. So I like him, but I'm not really. I have to see how he's used this week. I think he's going to be used like Powell, but that wasn't always guaranteed with the Jets. So Josh Adams is really my favorite, but he's on a bye this week, and they just traded for Golden Tate, so they should continue more drives because Tate is a hell of an upgrade over Aguilar. So they should continue drives, and he gets more opportunities. So Josh Adams is my favorite one. Doug Martin might be the better running back, but game script will dictate that he doesn't get much work. Now tight ends, it's the regular, everyday stuff. Vance McDonald, whoever's available in tight end and they've done anything productive, just load them on your team. With the buys, you'll need anyone to do anything that's of any worth at tight end. So whoever's there, add them, hope, cross your fingers. That's what that is. So this is the waiver wire. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know your questions. Let me know your questions about your start sits. Your trades you're thinking about doing, etc. I also did the trades video because I think you should make trades before you do waivers. That way you know what you're going in looking to get. So this has been the Fantasy Backpack. Get in so we can win some championships.